name is Casie. I'm 26 years old. I'm from Fayetteville, Tennessee. And I'm addicted to carrying around my husband's urn.
Hi Casie, Lord Bear here. I have two questions from the get-go, my sweet summer child. Firstly, carrying around an urn is a bit odd, but not really an addiction. It's more of a hindrance, if anything. And secondly, lies. I've seen this video. That's clearly not the problem here. I read the title. I know what's going on. Your addiction is far, far worse than simply carrying around a small box. And folks, if you can't read, just know this lady is far worse than the chick who eats diapers.
I take my husband everywhere. To the grocery store. Shopping.
Ooh, babe, look at that. That's neat.
Do you take him in the shower with you? Do you have candlelit baths with his ashes? I think the question on everyone's mind is, are you taking him to go dookie with you? Because if you are, I'm not so sure his spirit would appreciate that. He could probably hear the grunting noises from the spirit realm.
Casie and Sean were married in 2009 after dating for 10 months.
Everything I had ever wanted in a man was right in front of me.
Their marriage was picture perfect until Sean suffered a severe asthma attack 2 months ago.
But he's not even ginger. He's not a pasty white ginger kid. What? We all know that only ginger people suffer from asthma. It's pretty much coded into their weak ginger genes. The only affliction black guys have to deal with is a propensity to chunky white women. I demand a recount.
Though Casie initially found comfort by having her husband's ashes at her side, her addiction has recently evolved.
And they spilled out on my hands. And I didn't want to wipe them off because that's my husband. I don't want to wipe him away.
Oh, of course not. Don't be silly. You scraped him back into the box carefully after drying out your fingers, right? Right?
So I just licked it off my fingers. I'm eating my husband.
Well, bloody stop it then. Surely, this must be illegal somewhere, right? We can't just let her carry on. That's a person she's gobbling there. Oh, it must be all dusty and gravelly. You know, if I were to do this, I'd get a bit more creative. I'd mix it in with my tea, the proper British way. Good grief, man. There's like embalming fluid in there. That must be having an effect on your already broken mind. Although, listen, I have to ask this. And it's not racist, I promise. But does he taste like fried chicken? Now, that's not racist. That's a perfectly reasonable question to ask. If he were a redneck, I'd ask if he tasted like RC Cola.
First, I lick my finger. And I don't just dip it in. I swirl around to kind of feel and get it caked on there good.
It's not a pick and mix. He's not a bloody bag of candy. This isn't like when you buy a big old tub of sweets from your local store and fiddle about with it trying to find the cola bottles at the bottom. What are you searching for in there? Still hoping for a bit of still intact meat? Maybe a toenail? Somebody stop this woman!
And then I just eat it.
You've got to love TLC, haven't you? They find the weirdest people out there and then broadcast them to the world. On today's show, we have someone who's very clearly mentally ill who draws pictures of clowns in dog doo-doo. But we aren't going to help him. No. I really hope they at least give these people money for filming them and broadcasting this freak show to the world.
It tastes like rotten eggs, sand, and sandpaper. But I've grown to love that taste.
Yeah. yum, 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 yum. Rotten eggy weggy doodahs and freaking sand. It's an acquired taste, yes, of course. It's one that you learn to love. I enjoy mixing it with my chips and gravy, don't you know? Maybe dip some fries in there and then dip them in ranch for added flavor. The nectar of life. I wonder if that cameraman is our old pal Derek. Derek! If that's you behind that camera, we shall be having strong words.
I got Sean back from the crematory. He weighed 6 pounds. He is closer to 5 pounds now, so I have consumed right at a pound.
Oh my lord, she's eaten a pound of human ashes. Your dookies must be dry and dusty AF. I imagine it's a bit like squeezing a baby powder bottle into the toilet. Do you just casually wash it down with a glass of Pepsi or something? Or do you get all romantic and have a glass of wine instead? This woman, I mean, look at her bed. She has a shrine to him. This lady needs to grieve properly and her family need to intervene.
Very few people know that Casie is eating her husband's ashes.
Well, they do now, don't they?
Crazy is a big one that pops into my head. Gotta be really sick person to eat someone's ashes.
Well, yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Let me ask a question here. What happens if you eat all of what's left of your husband? Are we going to start hearing stories of a rogue ash thief stealing people's remains so she can snack down on them? I truly hope not.
I don't quite understand why Casie would feel as far as eating the ashes would bring her closer to him.
Nobody, not a single person on this earth understands this. I mean, one might think that yes, she's literally putting him inside of her, but it won't stay there for long. The human body has a habit of purging the crap that you put into it. Look, I know I make fun of people like this, and this is just sad, really. Get that lady some help, teach her to grieve properly, and help her to move on with her life, lest she eats someone's dead cremated cat or something next. But that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. If you love Lord Bear, drop a like and share. Ha! It was a poet, I didn't even know it. It will please me. And I might consider not shooting cutlery at you by way of my blunderbuss. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go see what ginger cremated remains taste like. Probably iron brew. Cheerio!